Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're back with the Cordoban campaign. Ooh, that sounded a bit awkward. With the total war age of Charlemagne, further striking against the Franks, but of course now we've got the counterattack. 3 almost full armies, 2 of them are full. The third one's not quite there, but certainly packs a punch arriving here in northwestern France while we're still pushing up through here. We've got a bit of minor raiding from an army, but otherwise we're still making some kind of progress there versus the Franks, but things are about to look a bit tough. So however shall we overcome this? Well, let's end the turn and see what actually happens. They pull back. I'm guessing some ancestor of brave Sir Robin was involved there. Definitely rather curious against big 3 armies. So unless there's a bigger threat somewhere else, I can't imagine why they just wouldn't go ahead and just charge and do as much damage to me as they could.
Ready for orders.
Oh, it's slowing things down a bit here, and well, it's gonna get a bit cold anyways. No point in senselessly charging ahead because of that. Might as well wait until the weather's better and sort of build up my forces further, improve, and so on. Are you ready to serve? Of course, further strengthen the economy of the caliphate and the military infrastructure where possible. Okay, Grand Estate, which also should bring some walls, which is all good. Though at this point I might actually consider just, removing the garrison there from Agen. Otherwise it's got quite a sizable one really. And soon walls too. It's not bad. Leon there. Knocking down that. Still could do with the garrison, so we'll stick with that. Though we might need a food market there as soon as we can to sort of help with those issues. Further a bit quiet here. So let us end the turn, see what happens next. There you go, they're going straight for Poitiers. One army besieging it. Not entirely sure what the condition of the army was in, but there might be some troubles there. Interesting enough, that's the only army the Franks so far striking with. Out of again 2 good armies and 1 half-decent army, which can easily be used to support the others. East Aquitaine is in rebellion.
Ready for battle.
East Aquitaine saw rebellion. That's how we deal with rebels in the caliphate.
Ready for battle.
Right, head back.
We fight for you, my lord. My lord.
Condition here is actually pretty good. Though they do have a lot of armoured infantry, but we must have faith in arms, and of course, Allah. Something like that anyways. Just quickly checking out if there's the bits of alright, can't forget about this army, throwing in a few more extra Andalusian warriors for some extra punch versus the infidel dogs, those faithless swine.
Ready for orders.
Converting. Alright, food market. Can't forget that. I don't think that's going to be necessary anyway, so we'll just knock that one down. That'll give us some extra money and make conversion cheaper. We can always upgrade to something bigger later on. Right now, I don't think it is particularly necessary. We'll grab the Noble while we're at it. Get some wine through there. Remove the chance of a small army appearing there. Plus the one, of course, will help a bit with public order, give us another trade resource for the Italians, and just, you know, more money. Which we like.
My lord.
Plus, there we go. Took away all of the disorder. Damn good. Damn good.
Fight for you, my lord.
There we go. All of southern France is pretty much solidly caliphate. Western France is also looking very much in that department. Italians are looking rather like they're losing to the Byzantine Empire quite viciously. But they should still be providing me with some money. I'm guessing those chaps are still not keen on trading.
Plentiful haste. Other business calls this day.
We bribe them into it. I mean, they are greedy. Yes, greed is good. No. Surprisingly principled,
My lord.
it would seem.
Attack!
Alright, got a very small garrison. They got a large force, and there you go. 3 armoured spearmen. Oh, 4 armoured spearmen, actually. That's pretty dangerous. 3 armoured swordsmen. In fact, all of the infantry is armoured. Levies, those still archers, and also plenty of cavalry, mix of skirmishers and regular, plus onagers. This is going to get nasty. In particular, since their armoured spearmen are infinitely better than my Berber warriors. Overall better, I believe, training. The armour bonus here from the blacksmith is certainly not going to hurt, but also I think very importantly they are disciplined. Overall their morale is better than my Berber warriors. Their swordsmen, I believe, are inferior to my Andalusian warriors, except of course they are also disciplined. The Andalusian warriors, for all their might, is not. It's basically, again, cavalry and archers. They're sort of my real advantage here, and even that's going to struggle a bit. So I don't think I can count much in the garrison. I mean, I could hope they're going to attack the next turn, but there's also a chance they might just try and sort of siege me out, bleed me out. It sort of depends on the AI. I mean, sometimes they'll attack the next turn, other times they won't. Oh well. We'll attack. Feeling confident, you know, better than that rather than, you know, trying to wait it out. Plus, that's obviously also a lot more exciting, though. Of course, a siege battle would be pretty fun to watch. Until my army was in a deplorable state where it probably couldn't do much anyways. And the catapults, or the onagers, would not make things a lot bloody easier. Still, sizable army. Again, lots of the armoured archers. Got our Berber warriors. Of course, the Andalusian warriors as well. Those lovely chaps. Solid infantry all the way. Of course, they also have their own, and again, their corps here is also quite armoured. Thankfully, they have not yet been upgraded to being even better. There's the mounted chaps. Those would definitely give me problems, to say the least. Alright, they are feeling confident by the looks of it. They are attacking now. Oh, yes. Yeah, they're attacking. They're feeling confident.
Reinforcing troops, and not a moment too soon.
Moving up the cavalry to the side. Try and flank them. Have to remember the general, because otherwise I fear he's... I mean, that's going to draw away perhaps some of their artillery from the centre anyways. More importantly, they're just going to try and shoot him to bits either way. Setting up the horsemen to assist. The rest of these guys will just sort of try to do something. Basically, the cavalry's going to try and sort of threaten them, so, you know, here on the flanks, go after the artillery, force them to walk out in that department. While the archers and such will just draw them in. Switching over to heavy shot there to have a better chance of doing some damage to their armoured warriors. And these are exactly light peasants. I mean, Charlemagne sort of really realising I'm a threat now. But again, interesting enough, this Charlemagne, compared to some of the other ones played, has yet to sort of really research anything. I'm surprised we're not seeing, for example, better cavalry, for example, you know, some armoured cavalry besides, you know, the armoured swordsmen at this point could have been mounted alongside some other bits, which again, basically, if he'd all this mounted, his army there, the full army, I think, except with maybe the onagers, but they're going to remove them, would actually be able to move at full cavalry speed. I mean, that's the thing about mounted infantry, we researched it. They move, you know, at cavalry speed. So again, if you've got a full mix of infantry, mounted infantry and cavalry, I mean that army can move very far. You deal with them, they shouldn't be much of a problem there. For the armoured cavalry, those are taking some losses from the artillery. I think I will send you straight to the flanks. Flank in. Oh. Dangerous, dangerous. Alright, my armoured cavalry seem to be losing out here to Frankish swordsmen, probably the initial camp. But there we go. Strike into the flanks. Strike into the flanks, my friends. Archers bring out a bit there. Carry those getting decimated by my spearmen. There we go, they're winning up, and there we go. Other cavalry, artillery unit down. Strike into the rear. Actually set up in their charge. Go. That's going to make them even better when they strike in. So much better. Not great for pursuits, but it's really great for just sort of hammering into someone's behind. You get a charge bonus. Go. Straight to the rear of them. Getting some good hits there. No, the cavalry once more is saving the day. The infantry's bleeding away though. That's a minor concern at this point.
Enemy units have returned to the battle.
Rather think managed to turn things here to my advantage.
This is a shameful display. Forward! Charge!
Taking some losses, but overall now where this troops base getting wedged here between my swordsmen and my cavalry, really taking some heavy losses.
We await your order. Engage! Order! Order! The men have broken and are fleeing.
Really, things are falling apart here, which is good.
Cavalry awaiting orders. Engage!
Seeing as you're not longer there, going for the armoured swordsman. My Lucian warriors are doing pretty well. Except for morale, they're probably some of the best. Right on the field. Some of my cavalry elements are taking heavy damage, but overall I do believe they're performing quite well.
What are your orders? As you say.
Strike in there. Enemy general dead. Splendid.
Cavalry awaiting orders. The whole unit has been destroyed.
Oh dear, unit got destroyed. But overall this is looking pretty good. But unless the Franks basically get better cavalry, as long as, for example, this army just remains with a lot of armoured cavalry, it should be pretty strong. Horsemen, of course, will struggle more. But the armoured cavalry pretty much has me with the upper hand.
The battle is turning in our favour.
The Andalusian infantry, of course, also cutting quite a path there into the enemy.
Praise the gods.
Pyrrhic victory. So first loss of marches, but I think, only lost, well, half the army? No. Or rather, depends, of course, on how many more troops they can bring in. And some of those losses will be a bit cheated. The place for Poitiers is where I'm basically sort of playing up front military base, and I thought someone would be able to quickly place the cavalry and the archers and the infantry actually, so that's not too much of a worry, to be honest. Once you look at it from that point of view.
We fight for you, my lord.
So there we go. Another army broken. At least sent running for the time being. This one will still wait a bit. This one is weaker, obviously due to having less grand cavalry. No armoured fellows there. No men in heavy chainmail. To withstand and resist the blows of the enemy.
Ready for battle. That is
I guess I can
impossible,
upgrade
my
the
lord.
armoured infantry a bit here. I mean, again, the bonus they get is minimal, but you know, when they actually can get something there, I mean, that's nice to a certain extent. Though I still wish they'd come up with a better system for upgrading, because I don't know, it just doesn't strike me as being the most useful. Particularly considering how much you have to invest into infrastructure and research just to get there. The overall outcome is a bit, you know, naff. Like, we have invested thousands of hours, my lord. Lots of gold. The improvement is marginal. It's amazing. Can't we just, you know, give them better equipment overall, like, you know, chainmail? I mean, sure, it might be expensive as well, but, you know, more effective. In that sense, again, I do prefer the medieval 2 system, which, you know, generally, you know, kinda gave something a bit more direct. Also, in most cases, something you could actually see was, oh, hey, upgraded. Makes it a bit more interesting as well. It's just something about them having an army sort of fully decked out in heavy chainmail, for example. And knowing I paid for that, I upgraded them for that specifically. Go, more money, more gold. Well, seems like they're not reacting, so guess we'll be sending that army out to figure out what's going on.
At your command.
This one needs a bit more. Guess we'll throw in some regular cavalry to sort of set things up there.
We fight for you, my lord.
Another army ready to go.
My lord. Ready for battle.
Next strike shall
You
be
call this a
Geneva.
garrison?
Geneva.
At your command.
Just to get things sorted out here.
Ready for battle.
Bit more expensive there, but obviously intending to turn into a military base with the tier 3 here, the MS barracks as well besides here. Might as well.
My
And
lord.
once it's got some cavalry moved up towards Poitiers, we'll try and push this army towards Chartres and you try and figure out where Charlemagne's armies have gone off to.
Ready for.
For the time being, things seem stable on the Italian front, at least from my perspective and my concern. So, and we're also very close to getting the court there. So it allow me to further set up a few there around Toledo and minimise the corruption around my mines and thusly get a lot more resources out of it. And that will further strengthen my economy considerably. Giving me more resources, for example, to raise then an additional army fully equipped with a lot of goodies. So what is next? Yeah, let's go for that, I guess.
We fight for you, my.
Still no response. Slowly, slowly.
You have
Chartres
further
is
orders?
exposed.
We
Just
take
strike
this
and set up
settlement
camp there.
For you, my lord.
Trying to figure out what they're up to. Perhaps trying to throw out a response there.
Ready for orders.
Right, something's happening around Paris, the protectors of the palace. Reminds me. Ah, that's not been upgraded enough to do so. Won't do anything nearby we can do so immediately with. There we go. Court of the Council. That's the only one we can upgrade for now.
Ready for battle.
And
At your command.
that one's going to need a bit more time before we move that, I think.
Ready for orders.
Strike at
My
Geneva.
lord.
Another one bites the dust. And another one joins the caliphate.
At your command.
Autun would technically be part of the province and thusly a bit easier to take, so we'll think go there instead. Also undefended. Splendid. Mapped up and just for safety's sake a guardhouse there actually. But this does need it. Seems it's rather behind the front line now. That's good. Actually I might send that army down to hunt down the champions of the Rhine. Rather pompous name for a very, very, very small band.
Ready for orders.
To put it mildly. So there we go. Charlemagne's kingdom is shrinking inconsiderably by now. Right, ping by Poitiers as Milo moves away to deal with the small one. Not too surprising, I guess.
Our struggle will. March to. Ready for battle.
At your command. At once. Wipe them out.
Swift blow to the gonads before swift sword to the neck.
Make haste, men. We fight for you.
And they have fortified Autun. Well, nothing to do there. Gonna take 2-1 losses, moving back and forth. Anyways, we're just gonna set up, try and draw them in. As long as they don't have artillery, I should be reasonably safe. Just gonna stick here as well for the time being. Poitiers is gonna be a bit vulnerable. I don't think they're gonna be able to break through. Well, never mind, they can actually if they want to. Question is if they will at all. That is the question. That one's good. Over here, set that one up. So we'll upgrade that one here to Court of the Council as well. Further bring down corruption in and around Toledo.
At your command.
Looking quiet.
We fight for you, my lord.
Put there. And moving up here to support there, I think. Centre should largely have it under control. Largely.
Gathering supplies, my lord.
Governor. Oh, he seems pretty much up for it. Navarre, I think is it. While we're at it, well we can't anyways. Can soon marry her off, not bad. Try and get a wife again. While we are at it. Right then, let's end the turn and see what happens. Nothing it would seem. They didn't even strike the unit fortified. I guess they are too scared, too cowardly. Cowardly cowards. Oh, he finally got a wife. Congrats.
Ready for orders. At your command.
Moving up here, you pull back then.
Ready for orders.
Towards here, we actually have enemy as barracks, which means we can actually throw in some
My lord.
better troops there.
March.
I want hourly patrols. Come, join our ranks. A noble cause requires noble men.
Actually, let's just get more armoured cavalry.
Join our ranks.
We fight for you, my lord. My lord.
Besieging Autun.
For you, my lord.
More armoured troops, more cavalry. In this case, my cavalry's not so great. I think we'll just
Laying siege
encircle
to
it,
the
hope they don't
settlement.
counterattack, and then bring up the second army, and then crash the bastards completely.
Ready for battle.
That ought to do the trick. Also, call the council. I think I'll be setting up a mint here next to sort of further gain resources out of the Toledo region. The more the better. Almost done here with the first one, allows for bigger garrisons. Well, it seems like the King of the Franks, Charlemagne, made a strategically unsound decision in not getting better military upgrades, it would seem. His forces rather lack the spirit in a certain sense.
At your command.
They lack the power compared to my troops, whereas I have clearly put in a lot more effort
Journey
into
complete.
the art of warfare.
Ready for battle. To
And
victory.
they're just going to get crushed now. Two big armies. No point in that. There we go. Slowly pushing back the Frankish armies. Charlemagne really needs to get out some better cavalry. This is that, or he needs to sort of hit my armies sort of separately with much larger forces. Otherwise, it's just not quite going to work out for him. Simply put.
Ready for battle.
Ready for orders.
To battle.
Since my armoured cavalry again can basically shadow his cavalry and then strike him in the flanks, leaving him with very few options.
My lord.
Ooh, I can strike at Paris.
None will escape.
Let us strike at Paris.
Besieging settlement.
Doing that one for the money. Sweet, delicious money. I don't have enough there. Right, just enough for the mint. Well, no big deal. No big deal. Well, things seem to be getting a lot easier. They were getting that initial moment there as we sort of broke out, but again, search from the flanks into the art of warfare has somewhat hurt them. Alright. The active chance of this army has taken some losses. Doesn't quite have the same amount of infantry, in particular melee. I might actually pull back, since he's actually part of the royal family, and it'd be a tragic loss to lose him. Can't afford that. I think that would destabilise my power base too much, so I can't actually afford to even try that fight there. Because if something goes wrong, poof, and I think it can, because my cavalry is simply put rubbish. There you go, rebels down. Looks like the bastard besieging Paris died, but Nami got it still. No upgrades. They haven't even gotten the upgrades for to improve their archers. They're still just levy. No idea what Charlemagne is doing, but is losing him the war. Soundly.
We fight for you, my lord.
Seems like he's been focusing more on civic research. I mean, he's got monasteries. Problem is, I mean, while that helps with, you know, public order and the likes, It doesn't really help versus, armoured cavalry. He needs, heavy cavalry himself to respond to that, or better tactics, and he's not exactly got
We
that.
fight for you, my lord. At your
Rather,
command.
giving me the favour, or the advantage in the battles ahead. Simply put.
Ready for orders.
He's dug in there. Might as well crash him with superior numbers.
Have further orders.
At least attempt
Make
to.
haste, men. March.
Actually, an engagement that would not go well for me. Forested
Is that all, my lord?
would minimise the effectiveness of what armoured cavalry I had.
My lord.
And would give him more advantage to his large amounts of armoured infantry plus his artillery, so
Ready
I think
for
I will
orders.
pursue.
We fight for you, my lord. Ready for battle. Make haste, men. We fight for you, my lord. Destroy them!
I was trying to get the other army to join in there.
At your command.
There we go. A river battle. Yeah, I think we'll try and push here. Might, there we go. Otherwise, that'd just be a massive grind, and I don't think that'd be particularly interesting. But there you go. Now my armies here are rather worn down. Putting them back.
Your duties, men.
Might try and take
None
best
will
cannon.
escape.
Best cannon.
Your next command, my lord.
There we go. Further just striking in, removing what little territory the Franks have left at this point. This can't be frightfully fun for them, to be honest. I mean, they've lost a lot.
My lord.
The ground is vanishing beneath their feet. Done that. Repair. There's a small pocket there. I suppose something like that anyways. There we go. Build the mint. Build it. Striking at Paris. Army trying to escape there. The Britannians, well, people of Brittany so far seem to be acting not at all here. To my advance, they're not even in to help their teammate. Oh, they're not teammate, but they are. Ah, they keep appearing. And nope, we got Supreme now. A lot of gold, which means we're close to gaining the long victory. We at the same time pretty much broken Charlemagne in the process, so I think once we hit that we will end there. And then we shall move over to the Byzantines, perhaps. Though I'm slightly tempted to sort of hold a slight break and then switch over to XCOM once that hits, since I know jockling that and Comedies 2 and Total War could be a bit tricky, I don't know. We'll see, I guess, we'll see. Once we hit there, either way though, looking a bit rough for the Franks.
We fight for you, my
And
lord.
again, had they actually researched into military this time around, they might have stood a chance. They didn't though. Anyways, I think we'll be stopping here. So thank you all for joining in. I hope you had some fun, home some things. Hopefully it gives you ideas for yourself, perhaps, or perhaps not. Otherwise, if you liked it, subscribe, share it, like it, and so on. The more that view it, the better. And hope to see you all in another 2 days. We'll probably be finishing off the Franks and possibly this campaign, and then possibly moving over to the Byzantines for after that, actually, with a new mod for that. Need to figure that one out. Probably since this one, which has them as Basileia Romana, has basically fallen dead. I'm going to need to slightly figure that out. Anyways, thank you all for joining in again, and see you in 2 days. Cheers!